Good morning YouTube, hope everyone's good. As you see the title, wish items. I'm reviewing them in a way. I was just curious at the end of the day. I've seen a lot of people on YouTube in their certain areas buying rubbish off Wish and going from there. So it's normally the cheapest item on Wish, so either fishing, it'll be the cheapest rod and reel set. Today I've actually got the second item of the 5 I think it was that I've ordered. The first one, the reason I ordered this one is because myself have a few patches of grass that need just sorting out. I mean, it wouldn't take more than a bit of topsoil and seed to sort it out, but you're going through eBay and Wish and places like that, you see odd random things relating to your job. So I bought this. It's called Hydro Mousse, and as you can see by the box, it didn't get to me very good. It was missing the grass seed, but it came from China, so I'm assuming that was the reason why they took the grass seed out. It was about £13 I think this was, because I ordered this with 5 of these, which is the liquid. It basically froths up and turns it green so you can see where you've been. But unfortunately it came battered and broken to me. I have tried every which way to get it to work properly. I don't know what I've actually done with the item, to be fair. I may have chucked it away. As you can see, this bit here, you have to screw in like an adapter. It's a reverse, it's almost a reverse to what a tap connector is. So normally a tap connector fits over, it's a female onto a male, where this is a male into a female. It just kept on popping off. I couldn't tighten it up enough. Well, I could tighten it up, but as soon as you tightened it so far, you know when you get them real cheap threads and it's plastic and wobbly, it just popped out. And every time I tightened it up enough and started using it, the hose would just flick it out. And inside there was a join, and that just kept on leaking as well. And the pot where it goes in, where it holds the stuff, I just couldn't create a seal. Now, whether that was to do with the fact that it came battered and broken, I don't know. I mean, I've seen people use them and they are pretty good. But on to today. So the second item that I've ordered and received, I've seen this being used commercially, not obviously this one, but a very similar sort of machine where they go around and they use a machine with a huger version of this on the front, and it basically takes out moss and other rubbish out your drive. So I just saw it and I thought, well, I've got this drive and I've got a couple of others that aren't massive and they're not got big areas. They just want to knock the moss off, or like, you know, in here it's the moss and dirt. She don't want me to jet wash, excuse me, so I'm going to try and use this. I'm only going to give it a go. I'll probably not do all of it unless I get unless I get carried away, and I'll carry on. And to be honest, this item, I'm not trying to be cryptic, I was pleasantly surprised. First, for this channel, I normally whinge about things and normally things are going wrong, like the Hydro Mousse. But actually, this one came it only came like that in a bag. But to be honest, there's not really a great deal to break on it. If they broke this in transit, there was something wrong. So that's it. It's basically a big wire brush. It's a lot bigger than I thought, but then when I stuck it on the strimmer, it wasn't actually that big. So the whole idea of this is a big steel plate. You see that? With lots of little twisted wires. They reckon as it spins, because it's twisted, it flicks everything out and pulls everything out. I'm not quite convinced of that, but we are here to give it a go. There is one thing, safety aspect. I wouldn't tend to use too much when strimming, safety wise, but I've used wire wheels for quite some time, and I imagine this is going to be the same, where it just flicks little shards of these basically. So I will be wearing, I thought I put some goggles in the van, but I've got my glasses, and I'll put my I imagine you call it tree surgeon's helmet and visor on, just for added protection. Might seem a little overkill, but I quite like my eyes the way they are. But so anyway, onto this. Pleasantly surprised. It's very robust. I mean, it'd have to be to hold all the wires in and do its job, but no, yeah, it's quite even says eye protection on there, look. It's 10,000 revolutions per minute. Yeah, what can I say about it? It's pretty good, really solid. I had to go and buy a new brush cutter set, washer and nut and thingy, because I never intend to use them, so I've lost mine. But anyway, I'm going to crack on because I'm already half an hour later than I wanted to be, and we'll go from there. I'm going to get this set up, I'll get a camera set up, and we'll have a look at it working, see if it works. Catch you in a bit. Alright guys, so this is the offending drive. So you just got like patches like this, look. High bits of moss, as you can see. And there's loads of like little weeds and stuff. I keep spraying it, but there's only so much you can do. So let's get set up. Okay guys, so excuse the noise, I should have turned that. That's what it's like. That's my best man to run off. When I first got it, I thought it looked really overpowered, but no, it's not too bad. I've got a funny feeling it's going to be unbalanced, but we'll give it. Alright guys, so this is the after effect. You just had a quick look at the how it works and stuff. Hopefully the footage looks good. It did what I expected it to do, and that was just literally mark the stone really. Yeah, it's done a job. Not done what it's meant to do, like it's meant to flick all the rubbish out, but as you can see it's just brushed over it basically. Although on the edges it did quite a nice job along here. What I'll do is I've got to blow this off, so I'll blow it and come and bring it back. So I'll just give it a quick once over with a blower. As you can see, it works. So So I'll just do a quick once over with a blower. As you can see, it works. So alright guys, hopefully I've got a decent amount of footage of this tool working. Now, as I suspected, it does work. Not really as advertised, because it said, you know, it's twisted and it picks everything out of the gullies and stuff like that, but to be honest, it literally just shoved over it and flattened it out and made it a bit more compact. I only gave it about 10 minutes worth of go, because one thing I did think it was going to do, and that was mark the brickwork, because it's just a big steel brush. And as this lady is selling her mum's house, I didn't want to go tooth and nail, and then the customer that's actually buying it turn around and go, oh, what the hell has he done to the drive? There's like lots of score marks everywhere, so you know, I was erring on the side of caution on this one. I've got a couple of other drives that I'll probably showcase it on as well, but I just want to show you what it looks like after literally maximum of 10 minutes. So I don't know if I showed you these. So if you look at these from that angle, they all used to be like curled out, but within 5-10 minutes it's flattened them out. I mean, as soon as I sat this on the deck, it was sparking like hell, which is obviously metal on brick, it's going to, isn't it? So, you know, in the advert it showed it like picking everything up and flying everything. So maybe if that, because I use my FS91R, it's just got a standard handle on it, it's just like a straight shaft strimmer. I may not be able to put as much pressure on it and hold it down as much. So if I used a bull bars and put more pressure down on it, it may have picked everything out a lot better and stuff like that. But you would have caused a hell of a lot more damage to the bricks as well. It says it does it on asphalt and stuff. I've just tried it down the bottom, or the entrance of this place where it's got asphalt or tarmac, and it's very dirty and mossy, and it literally just went over the top. It didn't even pick anything out. Yet again, if I really pushed down hard, it probably would have picked a lot more up, but I wasn't really willing to destroy my strimmer just for that. This price wise, I think I paid £10 delivered roughly. That other Moose thing was 13 delivered, so they're not extremely expensive. I would imagine you'd go for a lot of them if you used them all the time, but the conclusion is it's good. It's all right, it's good. It's well built. I don't know how long I mean, after 5 minutes, if that's what it looks like, you'd probably only get a day out of one of these, so you'd end up changing one every time you did a job, or a biggish job. This drive's quite big, it's at least 100 square meters, if not 150. I can't remember, I have measured it at one point. So you'd probably only get one drive out of them, or you'd maybe use two. So yeah, personally I would stick with jet washing. Although saying that, if you've got a really heavily weeded drive, these would probably be really good to hit it with first, because normally what I would do is I'd go, if it's really weedy, I'd go, depending on what I'm using, but normally about 3 weeks before, and spray it with weed killer, kill all the plants, and then I'm left to strim it just to get rid of any big plants and rake it off and stuff. This would actually probably eliminate that. You could probably go in there while they're still green, and knock it all back, and it will work that way. So it has its uses, and it is pretty good. I'd probably give it a 5 out of 5, 5 out of 5, 5 out of 10. And most of that's just for production and quality of it, to be honest. If it works a lot better, you'll get a lot more, but hey, who am I? I ain't an expert. So I'll stick this together, sling it on, and see what you guys think. If there's anything out there that you want me to test, or you're seeing on Wish or something like that, as long as it's not fucking stupid amount of money, I'll see about getting it and reviewing it for you. Now, I am an honest guy, and if it is a rubbish, I will tell you. So please bear that in mind, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers, guys.